Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a couple of words about the bill, but before I do, I want to mention, as a member of the Judiciary Committee and having spent all kinds of time going to the border 4 times, it astounds me that folks would suggest that a retreat's more important than looking at what's going on the border. I just returned from my 4th trip with 63 other Congress folks. Shocking is the right word for it. Between 8 and 10 million people across the border in the past 2.5, 3 years. 300,000 alone in December. And your retreat is so important that you can't go down and take a look. I'm guessing the issues are massively important, that it would require that you not go down and look at what's going on. Talking to the Border Patrol folks and having them share with us the feeling of being overwhelmed with 6,000 to 7,000 to 8,000 people a day coming in to the facilities that have been put up at extraordinary expense to try to make sure everyone's cared for in the proper way. You know, it's a humanitarian disaster. Why wouldn't you be worried about the fentanyl that's coming across? Of course, it's coming across in lots of places, but certainly with our lack of control of the border being a part of it. Yes, your retreat's important, but for goodness sakes, this is an issue that truly needs attention, and we are doing our best as 1/2 of 1/3 of government to bring it to the nation's attention, and that's why I mention it now.
Would the gentleman yield for a question about Speaker Johnson's no solution policy on the border?
Actually, I won't yield, but I'll address it. Speaker Johnson said just this morning that the issue ultimately will be up to the president, but that doesn't mean that we stand idly by doing nothing. And he said exactly that. So whatever you're quoting, I'm sure it's not as recent as what I heard about 2 hours ago. So the point of the matter is that's hardly an excuse to do nothing, and that's why we've been working so hard on this issue. I want to turn my attention to Ms. Hageman's bill, which I think is an excellent bill. And I want to call out the fact that I think as written it would apply to, and I hope it applies to, the CEQ's attempt to destroy the dams on the lower Snake River. Now those dams have nothing to do with oil or gas. They have everything to do with clean power and about 1,200 megawatts of firm power and 3,000 a pinch to bail out California. Because when California gets in trouble, you call upon the Northwest to save you when your green policies fail, and they do. And so I'm just trying to say, one of the witnesses who sat right here just a couple of weeks ago and testified to the dramatic negative impact that higher rates caused by removing those dams would have on the poorest people in Washington state. Of course, this bill is designed to try to protect them. And so to say otherwise, to say that somehow it's a contrivance designed to help the fossil fuel industry is ridiculous. What it's trying to do is actually prevent people from driving the cost of electricity through the roof. And that's exactly what's going on the lower Snake River. And it's my hope, of course, that we will be successful in bringing that situation to the attention of the American people. Mr. Chair, I'm happy to support this bill, and I look forward to further discussion of it. I yield back.